When we are going through spiritual awakening, the first stage that we experience is the existential crisis. It's the phase in which we begin to ask questions about the meaning of life, whether there is life after death, whether certain events are predestined or just coincidences, why things happen the way they do, whether there is a God, and whether or not people have made that up to feel less hopeless during difficult times. And it is indeed a painful state to be in, where you feel disconnected from the whole world and yourself. And you don't trust anything or anyone, and you are just looking for answers. I was in this state for the past 2 to 3 years where nothing really gave me that sense of satisfaction, that sense of fulfillment. Whether it was a new job, better salary, meeting new people, vacationing, having a good relationship with my family and friends, nothing gave me that inner peace. And one day it occurred to me, maybe I was looking for peace in all the wrong places. Maybe I need to look within to find all the answers that I had been looking for outside of me. So I started introspecting my life decisions, my way of reacting to situations, and it involved a lot of strength. Because it's difficult to face your shadow side. It's difficult to realize that you are flawed too. But when you do it, you have a breakthrough moment. There's nothing in this whole wide world that feels more fulfilling than that. I started enjoying this journey of facing my fears, my insecurities, because it gave me a sense of achievement, a sense of purpose. The purpose of being my most authentic self. So I decided to listen to my heart and started working on some passion projects. And I realized with time and with all the inner work and self healing work that I was doing along with it, that I was no longer interested in my passion projects as well. My interests were also changing. In the beginning, it felt like I was in a sinkhole, that there is no end to this. But then I realized that it's a normal thing to feel this way. As you go through different experiences and learn more about yourself, your values, your desires, your understanding of your purpose may also evolve. What feels fulfilling at one stage of your life may not necessarily be the same in another. But that feeling of always looking for the higher purpose never really goes away. That feeling that you're meant for something bigger, a grander purpose than just a normal job and living a conventional life never really goes away. Why does that happen? So, in so many years of my self realization journey and of reading more than 50 books on spirituality, metaphysics, philosophy, psychology, religion, I've come to this conclusion that manifestation of your desired outcome is not really your job. It is in the collective consciousness for a particular idea to become reality. This is how it works. There is source energy or collective energy that swirls around, directing the consciousness of the entire planet. During crucial times when the planets and the stars are aligned and Earth is ascending towards higher levels of consciousness, a certain information or idea starts swirling around the Earth's energy for it to move towards higher dimension frequencies. And this idea starts to look for avenues for the message or idea or invention to come through. In this case, people who match the frequency of that idea or message serve as channels through which it will be delivered. So you would observe that at a certain time, multiple people across the globe start working on the same idea or message at the same time without knowing about each other. For example, Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison came up with the electric power current idea around the same time. And we all know about Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. They both innovated the personal computer around the same time. Similarly, there are countless examples with multiple independent discoveries and inventions that occurred around the same time. So the point that I am trying to make here is the grand purpose that we are all looking for, it's not ours to achieve. The grand higher purpose that changes worlds is determined and accomplished by the higher energy or source or God or spirit or universe, whatever you may call it. Then what is our role in all this? Our job is to live with our hearts, stay connected, and be ready for the messages to come through us. It's our job to move away from our head and become finely tuned to our heart. When you're trying to create something, you have to understand that it's not wholly dependent on us. It's more of a birth that happens by the whole collective consciousness. So next time when you put so much pressure on yourself on working towards your passion and then losing interest in it eventually, remember that it's acceptable to experience demotivation, encounter failure, and feel the discomfort of uncertainty about your true calling. All you need to do in those times is trust your instincts, take the leap, and even if your enthusiasm wanes over time, cherish the lessons learned. Be thankful that the concept is still being pursued, whether by you or someone else, and recognize the value in the journey itself. So put aside all this pressure of finding your soul purpose and ask yourself, what truly resonates with you? And what can you lose yourself in these days? What is it that you find joy in? And you'll find the answer from the voice from your heart. Because the heart only knows joy and no joy, resonance and dissonance. No action is significant or insignificant to your heart as long as it gives you joy. Even if you answer these questions with a mundane, ordinary activity, note that is the purpose for you right now. Know that doing that is going to help you align with your core self and become a great channel to bring forth original thoughts and ideas that would shake the world one day. So don't worry about finding a job or task that will fulfill the role of your life purpose. Instead, stay connected to your core self, your heart and your spirit. Find out what resonates with you and what you find joy in, and then do it. Don't worry about what you should be doing. Instead, think in terms of what you want to do. Don't do anything with a specific outcome in mind. The outcome isn't your responsibility. Let the outcome reveal itself to you. When you follow your heart's call without any expectations, that is the true sense of surrender. That shows that you have complete faith in yourself and the divine, and that you're enjoying the journey of finding your truest self and ultimately be ready for what's meant for you. I really hope that you liked the insights that I've shared in this video. If you have any comments, do comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. For more content like this, stay tuned.